Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Tinatastic Talks. Today I want to talk about what to do if you are a friend or family member of someone who has a chronic illness during this whole COVID-19 thing that's happening across the world. And if you have a chronic illness, what to be mindful of in terms of how we should protect ourselves and how we should communicate that to those around us. So let's start off with if you're a friend or family member of someone who has a chronic illness. You might be thinking, okay, what can I be doing to help people around me? Well, first off is basically ask them if they need anything, if they need you to pick up groceries, if they need meals, if they have difficulty cooking, if they need supplies. All of those things are going to be helpful for someone who can't leave the house because they're unable to. It's important to just check in with them as well in terms of just seeing how they're doing, seeing if they'd like a phone call, or seeing if they'd like you to video chat with them, asking them if they'd like a visit, and then obviously respecting that if they say yes or no, and then to keep checking in so that it's not just a one-time thing where maybe you feel like, okay, I've done my duty as a friend. You keep checking in. Don't forget about the people in your life who are sick with health conditions or who have mental health issues as well. It's a difficult time right now in terms of just trying to manage a lot of thoughts around maybe being at home, being safer at home, but then also kind of just feeling like, okay, what do I do at home, right? Next, we're gonna talk about, for those of you who have a chronic condition, what do we do? This, to me, is a good time to solidify your boundaries and to educate people about them. You don't have to feel like the odd person out anymore, really, because there are gonna be a lot of people around you who don't have health conditions, who are being asked to work from home, or who are self-quarantining because they were away overseas on a trip or vacation. So because there aren't a lot of people that are gonna be going out as kind of life as usual type thing, they'll be able to have an idea of maybe what life is like for you. That can actually bond people together as well. So I was talking with a friend just today about this. She is someone who is actually studying in Italy right now, and I thought it might be a good thing to see from her perspective and what's going on there, how she's managing, how this is opening up her eyes to those who have health conditions. And as a friend, being able to relate with me in terms of knowing basically that I've felt how she feels in terms of not being able to leave the house. I'll get that interview out for you on Wednesday. Also, if you've been making progress and you're afraid that maybe you're gonna lose some traction because of the fact that people are staying home and are recommended to kind of limit contact and stuff like that, just try to not fully grab that thought out of the many thoughts that kind of go through our minds. It is completely normal to have those types of thoughts. In my situation, it has crossed my mind, of course. However, I'm going to still try to do what I can here at home to continue kind of the progress that I've been making. Like with sound, I was at a restaurant with some friends on Wednesday evening, and it went well in terms of being able to manage the conversations as well as the music, as well as the TVs. I think like making a plan of like of what you're going to choose to work on. I think it's just important for all of us to just be safe. It's important to be mindful and not use the excuse of, this is just the flu, I'm gonna be fine. I'm not trying to scare people, obviously, or to promote fear, but I think we just need to kind of pivot that line of thinking, because for people who are immunocompromised, this is serious. And it's not just the flu. If you find yourself spending too much time alone with your thoughts, which is unfortunately normal in this type of case when you're home and not able to go out, it's just important to talk to someone, to reach out. And I know this is like corny stuff and we hear this, but honestly, think of your group of friends or family and people maybe that you haven't talked to in many, many months, It's important to check in with them. It means a lot. And don't think like, oh well, you know, like asking someone how they're doing is not gonna really, no, it's gonna do more than what you think it might do. Because some people, they've been forgotten by their friend group or family, and they feel very much alone. And this isn't a new feeling for them, but it's important to just show your support, to be able to help in whatever way that you are able to just, I think, band together as communities in apartment buildings, in condos, in houses, in neighborhoods, to just be able to make sure that everyone is accounted for and just taken care of, and that you're safe at the same time, obviously, with doing all of that. So I will see you early next week with the next video, which is basically like part 2 of what to do with if you have cabin fever, which is gonna probably be a bunch of people. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you have a safe and fun weekend. Make some nachos or something, man. Like that sounds like a good idea. I think I might do that. Be mindful, call people, text people, just be as available as you can be during this time for people. It's new for a lot of people. It's kind of same old for others. But I think we can all learn from each other by being kind, being compassionate, being empathetic, and being safe, obviously, at the same time. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.